Ever since the Suzuki Ertiga Hybrid arrived in the Philippines, it was only a matter of time before the more macho Suzuki XL7 Hybrid also makes it to our shores. Well, the long wait is over because Suzuki Auto Philippines has finally launched the hybrid version of the Suzuki XL7. Now in this video, we will find out what sort of changes were made to the more macho SUV brother of the Suzuki Ertiga Hybrid. Let's do this. We all know that Suzuki's famous SUV off-roader, the Jimny, is not really the most ideal family vehicle due to its small cabin, even if you get it in the 5-door trim. That's why Suzuki came out with the XL7, which has the spacious cabin of the Ertiga in a macho SUV package. The XL7 Hybrid is also the more affordable SUV when you compare it to the 5-door Jimny, since this XL7 Hybrid two-tone retails for only 1,262,000 Philippine pesos. Now we do get a mild hybrid engine here, but aside from that, what other goodies can we expect from the Suzuki XL7 Hybrid? Now before we find out, special thanks to Suzuki Sukat for providing the XL7 Hybrid two-tone to do this car feature. Here at Reagan's Rides, we do car reviews of SUVs, sports cars, trucks, and everything in between. So subscribe and hit the bell. Now there are some people who will say that the XL7 Hybrid here is not really an SUV, but rather more like a dressed-up Ertiga. Well, friends, the term SUV has been used quite loosely nowadays, but still this XL7 Hybrid has some features and qualities that make it qualify as an SUV. Take the front fascia, for example. If you look at it straight at its face, you'll see that the design of this front fascia looks quite similar to another Japanese SUV that comes with a Boxer engine. So yeah, if you know, you know. Now, I do believe it's the shape of these LED headlight unit housings here and the LED DRLs that brings to mind that kind of similarity. But still, these LED headlight units here go really well with a Suzuki redesigned front grille there, and we even have a pair of fog lights here at the bottom part which are encased in these chunky plastic claddings here, which really elevates the entire SUV vibe of this XL7 Hybrid. Now, since we have the top spec two-tone trim of the XL7 Hybrid here, well, we do get blacked out A-pillars and a blacked out roof because, well, it is the two-tone paint job. Now, this two-tone trim or variant will cost 10 grand more than the monotone trim of the XL7, but if you were to ask me, well, I would get it in this configuration and even in this color because it really looks badass, especially with this Savannah Ivory Metallic paint job. Yeah, that's what they call it, Savannah Ivory Metallic. Yes, it kind of reminds me of Nardo Gray or even cement, but it still looks pretty darn good. Now, to continue with the SUV vibe of the XL7 Hybrid, we also have a pair of load-bearing roof rails here. Pretty handy if you're going to install a rooftop tent for your car camping needs. And we also have a generous helping of plastic claddings on the wheel wells as well as the bottom part of the doors. Now, if you look at the wheels and tires, you'll notice that the XL7 Hybrid comes with 16-inch alloy wheels that are hiding some pretty similar mechanical bits to the Suzuki Ertiga Hybrid. That's because we have disc brakes up front, we still have drum brakes at the back, and for the suspension, well, it rides on MacPherson's up front and a torsion beam at the back. However, when it comes to the ground clearance though, this XL7 Hybrid has some SUV levels of ground clearance because it has 200 millimeters of ground clearance right here, which is, yes, as I said, pretty tall for what people would think is an MPV, but it's truly an SUV. Under the hood, the XL7 Hybrid gets the same powertrain as the Ertiga Hybrid. That means that we have a 1.5-liter non-turbo 4-cylinder gasoline engine here that can put out 105 PS and 138 Newton meters of torque. Now all that power is delivered to the front wheels via the same ever-dependable 4-speed automatic transmission. Now this XL7 Hybrid is also equipped with Suzuki's Smart Vehicle Hybrid tech as well as a start-stop system similar to the one found in the Ertiga Hybrid. Now this hybrid system comes with a 12-volt lithium-ion battery, and it's supposed to boost your fuel economy by a little bit. Although yes, based on my real-world testing of the Ertiga Hybrid, yes, the fuel economy improvement is quite minimal. Now, we can expect the same kind of result for this XL7 Hybrid, although the proof is in the pudding, or if I may say, in the driving, so I can only know for sure when I get the chance to finally drive this XL7 Hybrid, yes, and do a full driving review video. Now, because we are equipped with the same mild hybrid system that's found in the Ertiga Hybrid, well, we also cannot expect to get the same benefits that full hybrids get under the EV Act, which unfortunately also includes number coding exemption. I mean, you can try, but don't say I didn't warn you, all right? Alright, so the cockpit area of the XL7 Hybrid is almost the same as the non-hybrid XL7, except now we do get some silver accents on the door cards as well as some silver trim on the middle dashboard here. Now we have these fabric seats which are framed by these leather accents here on the sides, and I must say that these seats are truly comfortable, similar to the one found in the Ertiga Hybrid. Now we also have a leather-wrapped steering wheel here with some dark gray plastic accents at the bottom part for a little bit more character. Although the wheel itself, only tilts. It doesn't really telescope, so that's a bit of a bummer for taller drivers out there. Now if you look at the gauge cluster, we still get the same analog gauges here with some blue accents, although we now have a colored multi-information display in the middle that also shows off your hybrid information. We also have a 10-inch touchscreen infotainment system here with Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and the image of a reverse camera. Now, as for the safety bits, well, as you're seeing on your screen, yes, these XL7 Hybrids safety features are still kept on the basic side. We only get a pair of airbags here up front, so yes, and the usual passive safety features. And we also have a fully automatic climate control system here, an engine push start button there, and a pair of cup holders that has a ventilation function to keep your drinks cool. Now, aside from that, everything else is pretty much basic and the same. We have a manual handbrake here, center armrest right there, and some dark knurled wood finish, similar to the one found in the non-hybrid XL7. I mean, this cockpit area, it's simple, it's straightforward, and that would mean that it would be pretty easy to operate. Now, since this XL7 is based on the Ertiga platform, well, you can expect MPV levels of spaciousness here at the second row and even the third row seats. You see, we can fit 3 average Asian dudes here in the second row, and they will be pretty comfortable. Now, we also have a row of ceiling-mounted AC vents there to help keep everyone cool, especially here in our tropical Philippines. Now, as for the third row seats, well, we have a very spacious area there as well. In fact, 2 average Asian dudes can sit at the third row, and they would be pretty comfortable even if they go on a long drive. Now, as for the amenities though, well, we do have a 12-volt charging outlet here in the second row area, and we also have a tiny little center armrest here. Although if you're looking for cup holders, well, we only have a pair of bottle holders here on the door cards, and you also have a pair of cup holders for the third row passengers. The rear end design of the XL7 Hybrid is almost a carryover from the non-hybrid XL7. That's because we still get the same designed LED taillight units here. We have the same piano black garnish found here in the center part with this chrome strip for added character, and we also have the same chunky plastic claddings found here on the rear bumper, which ties it to the rest of the body. However, though, this XL7 Hybrid now comes with a hybrid badge right there Yes, which is the only difference in terms of design to the rear end of this XL7 Hybrid from the non-hybrid trim. Now, when you pop open the liftgate, you will also see that we have the exact same cargo space here at the back. If you're going to use the third row seats, well, you still get close to 200 liters of cargo space here, which is still good enough to fit a medium-sized luggage right there. Now, we also have some pretty deep cubbies here at the bottom of the floorboard to store some more stuff. However, if you need more than 200 liters of space, well, you can tumble down the third row seats, and that will give you 550 liters of cargo capacity, which means that you can now fit around 5 to 6 medium-sized luggage there. Now, if you're looking for the spare tire of the XL7 Hybrid, well, you can find it underneath the rear area, pretty similar to the one found in the Ertiga Hybrid. The Suzuki XL7 Hybrid took a pretty small step forward when it comes to its updates. Save for the mild hybrid system that is now found in the Ertiga Hybrid, the XL7 Hybrid only received some minor aesthetic changes over the previous model. And given the minimal gains that the hybrid system delivered in the Ertiga Hybrid, you can't really expect a big change in the performance of this Suzuki XL7 Hybrid as well. Now, while some people might see this as a negative, those who prefer a simple and straightforward SUV to drive can take comfort in the fact that the Suzuki XL7 Hybrid is still delivering the same simple, straightforward, and dependable ride even in this mild hybrid trim. Thanks for watching.